tonight. Can't believe I'm walking inside. Yeah, it's really dark because it's like 7 in the morning and it's our first official day back. So I'm headed to my classroom to dump off a carload of stuff, and then I'm going to head to the high school for the big opening ceremonies. And then we get to come back here around lunchtime and work in our rooms till the end of the day. So I will catch up with you in a little bit. All right, we're here. This is the music and art hallway. So, walking down here to my classroom. There's all of our bulletin board paper right here on the walls. There's the art room. There's the recess door. There's the playground. Alright, this is called the wigwam. It's where they have art displayed. And these things light up. And it's really cool when it's all lit up. Bathrooms. That's the special services area here. I don't know if anyone else is here. This is the first grade hallway. Oh, I gotta show you this cute thing that I think PTA made for all the grade levels. But you can have your kids stand in front of it or behind it because the little windows are cut out and take first day of school pictures if you want. There's the first grade hallway. Sorry you can hear my water sloshing in my bag. But I think I'm the only one here. Okay, here is the giant pile of stuff from my car. Thankfully, I could snag one of these little rolly cart thingies. But, oh my goodness, it's all the stuff that I've been working on this weekend that I need to bring in. These cushions that I've had for a while and kind of forgot about in the basement. I scotch guarded them like twice over, so hopefully they'll stay fairly clean. And I'm going to get to work. It is 7, and we need to be over at the high school before 8 because it officially starts at 8. So I'll probably work for about half an hour and then head over. I survived my first official day back. Whew. I meant to vlog during my day, but I was just running around like a crazy person most of the day, running and getting toner for the copier because it ran out, getting colored paper, copying things, putting things together, doing all kinds of little doodads in my room. I think I'm about finished. I'm hoping that tomorrow I can film my classroom tour, yay, and then also my open house tour. And then I can kind of explain some more of the things that I've made for open house for those of you that haven't gone back yet. And if you have gone back, then maybe you can file some of these ideas away for next year or for like your parent information night if that's a different day. Okay, I thought that I would share with you another easy weeknight meal. Now there's a little bit of prep involved in this, but I am super tired and I seriously thought about not making supper, but then I was like, what are we going to eat? Because we have no leftovers. So therein lies the rub. I had the hamburger defrosted, so I had to go ahead and cook it. So here's what I'm making tonight. I'm making hamburger stew, or my mom used to call it leftover stew because you can literally put just about anything in it. So let me show you what it is. Okay, in a big Dutch oven or a big soup pot or something, you're going to brown 1 pound of ground beef. I have done that and I've drained the grease. Then I chopped up, I think I had 7 just russet potatoes. I peeled them and then I quartered them and then I chopped them in chunks. You can see they're just little bite-sized chunks kind of. And then this is that Better Than Bouillon paste stuff. If you want to use bouillon granules, you can. I put 3 teaspoons in because that's going to be our broth. Then to the potatoes and the meat, I'm going to add 1 can of green beans with the water, 1 can of whole kernel corn with the water. The reason I had it in here is because I used the can from the corn to drain the grease off. Then you're going to want to add some pepper. Get open. A little bit of pepper, a little bit of onion powder, and a little bit of garlic powder. This one might be a little trickier. There we go. A bit of garlic powder. But not any more salt. I seasoned the beef when I cooked it, but I'm not going to add any more salt to this until later because this bouillon stuff is incredibly salty. So you're going to want to kind of get used to how much saltiness it adds to your food before you decide how much salt to put in the rest of your food. So just to be safe, I'm not going to put more salt in. We're also going to add enough water to cover everything. So let me go get the water and show you what it should look like. Okay, I added 4 cups of water to my ingredients and it covered it perfectly. So then you're going to bring it to a boil and then simmer it at a pretty medium-sized boil for 20 to 25 minutes until all of those potatoes are nice and soft, and then it will be done. So I will show you what it looks like when it's doing that. And in the meantime, I'm going to put together of these home-style buttermilk biscuits. I'm just going to cook the whole package because you can freeze them after you bake them and they turn out really good. There are my biscuits all ready to go into the oven. And the good thing about these is that while your oven's preheating, your stew can start to get to a boil, and you can time it to where when the stew starts to boil, about 5 minutes into the boiling, go ahead and put in your biscuits, and then the stew and the biscuits should be done right about the same time. And then supper is ready. So I will show you what it all looks like when it comes out. This is what the stew should look like when it's boiling at a good speed. And you want to boil for about 20 to 25 minutes until those potatoes are soft. Here are the biscuits straight from the oven. They look gorgeous. Look how nice and risen they are. Yum, yum, yum. Got my butter out, my bowls. We're going to eat. Yum. Another easy weeknight meal. All right, so I did end up adding some more salt and some pepper to the stew because it was just kind of bland. So you do what the seasonings that you like because it's going to be your individual taste. But I was also going to say, I put in potatoes and green beans and corn. You could put in whatever you want. This is kind of like garbage stew in a way. You can throw in whatever leftover vegetables you have in the fridge. You could throw in different meats even and just make a hodgepodge leftover stew. That's what's really great about this one. You can kind of make it the way you want it. We had enough for the 2 of us, my husband and I. Plus, this will be for tomorrow night's meal. And then I have 2 lunches for my husband. So then I won't cook again until Wednesday. And Wednesday, I will film that too. Here is the reason why I go ahead and bake an entire bag of the frozen buttermilk biscuits, because once they've cooled, you can slice them in half and then put them in a Ziploc bag and stick them in your freezer, and then just pull out individual biscuits when you want them and just heat them in the microwave for about 20 seconds, and they're so good. They would also be great for breakfast if you threw a sausage patty on there or some cheese and egg. That would be really good. So they're pretty versatile. So that's just another little tip. I'll see you next time. So this is my life right now. I have a bag full of randomness, and I have this drawer that I keep toting back and forth from home to school, from school to home, because I keep finding more things to do. So tonight I'm going to be labeling my pick sticks, and I'll show you. I got smart and started reusing them. Last year I had owls, so they have owls on the end, and when they're up in the cup, then you know this person has not been chosen for a while. Once they get chosen, I flip their stick over. So these are just regular address labels, the ones that come 30 to a page, the Avery labels, and I just put a design on them, and then I printed the kids' names in a kind of a weird little circle font, and I put a pineapple on there, which you can't really see very well. Didn't show up that well, but I tried. Anyway, so that will cover up last year's kids, like that. Then I just take regular, here it is, tape, the shiny kind, and I just wrap it around. I also made labels for the kids' homework folders. I just call them bring back folders because I'm hoping that we don't have homework this year. I'm kind of anti-homework, but I kind of need to do what my grade level decides, so hopefully that will be decided this week, so we can get things squared away because school starts on Monday. Eating my ice cream, putting my feet up, I'm in my jammies, and I'm gonna relax. See you later. I wanted to show you something I found when I was looking in my closet for some of my decorating things that you'll see when I do my tour. Yay. I found these, I think they're burlap, yes, letters stickers from the Target Dollar Spot, which I got last year, I believe. I didn't see them this year, so sorry about that. But I just happened to find them in a bag, and I'm like, oh, I forgot I had these. So the pink, the green, and the blue are letters, and unfortunately the orange would be symbols and numbers, so I didn't have a use for them right now, but maybe later. But I'm going to use these to label something in my classroom, and you will see that in the tour. But I thought these were kind of cool because you can just peel the backing off and stick them right on there. So hopefully they hold up. Otherwise, I'm not sure how they're going to stay. But we'll figure something out. All right, that is all for now. Good morning, friends. It is Tuesday, official day 2 of being back at school. And this funny thing you see around my neck is a corn bag because, unfortunately, I woke up with a horrible, horrible headache today. It's through the back of my head and through the front of my head, and just like leaning over, there's so much pressure, and just walking around kind of makes me feel nauseous. So I have taken a hot shower. I have taken Excedrin. I ate just a little bite of something, and then the wonderful, beautiful teacher at the beach got me started on this Yogi, I don't know if you can see the thing there, the Yogi Detox Tea. I got it at Target. She swears by it. She says that when she gets a migraine, she drinks this tea and it's gone in half an hour. So we're gonna give it a try. I'm hoping that it helps. If nothing else, it's tasty. It's an herbal tea, and it's got all kinds of good stuff in it, and it's not caffeinated, so that's good. So I'm gonna be sipping on this today, and I probably should have brought some more for my classroom, but I figure I should probably drink a lot of water too, because that could be part of my problem. Is I didn't drink a lot of water yesterday because I was just running around like a crazy person trying to get all the little things done. My hope for today is that, for one thing, the headache goes away, or at least is manageable. Because right now I still feel kind of, when I have to drive 25 minutes to get to work, but I'll make it. I'll just pray my way through it. And I'm hoping that I can finish up all the little details in my room and film my tour for you so I can get it up soon. Because I don't know about you, but I love seeing people's, there's my neighbor. I love seeing people's rooms when they're, any part of it. The mess of it, the beginning, the end, the middle, every part of it. I love it. So I will share that with you as soon as I possibly can. And I also would like to show you what I have prepared for the open house / meet the teacher, which is in 2 days. I'll do that. I'm kind of waiting for my bulletin board stuff to come. I think I mentioned on a different day that my purchase order did not come for whatever reason. It didn't get ordered until last Monday. And so I'm waiting for my bulletin board border to come so that I can change out my border from owls to pineapples. And then I'm going to change the wording. But thankfully, I was smart enough not to go ahead and take it down in anticipation of it being here super fast. Because at this point, it can stay the way it is for open house and it's done. But if it comes, then I can take the owl border down, put the new border up, change the wording, and be done. So either way, it'll work out, and I can change it later or not, whatever. You know how when you get started with the kids at the beginning of the year, you really don't have time to mess with bulletin board stuff for a while. So it may just be on the back burner for a while, but that's okay. It's okay. The bulletin board is the least of my worries right now. So, I mean, I would like to have it done. I'm one of those people that wants every little detail finished before open house, but you know, you roll with it. You roll with it, so it'll be fine. So I'm going to head out now, and I'm hoping that I can just give you little snippets of things through the day. We'll see. I have a meeting at 10, but then the rest of the day is mine to get things finished. So here's hoping that a lot of good things happen and this headache goes away. I will talk to you later. Bye. Okay, headed off for official day 3. I'm feeling a lot better than yesterday. Still have a little residual headache, but I can deal with that. And my daughter's going to come with me today because she wants to get a piercing in her ear. And she's going to help me in my classroom. So if she gets her makeup and hair done the way she likes it, she might be on the vlog too. So we'll see you later. Hi, sorry the lighting is so bad. I'm trying to keep the lights low today so that my headache doesn't return full force. I just wanted to show you what I'm making for my back to school gift for my coworkers. Let me see if I can get this on the light. So I've got these cute little striped bags that I found at Target, I don't know, a couple years ago. They probably still have them. They're just lunch bags. So that's the gift bag part. And then I made this little sign, a little card actually, no sign, that says, "Mark my words, this year is going to be sensational. Have a great year. Love, Jennifer." And they're getting these scented markers. And a little inspirational message notebook. This one says wake up and be awesome. And this one says make today ridiculously amazing. So I will show you what they look like when they're all put together. Sorry it's so very, very dark in here. Alright, here is the bag all made up. I've got tissue paper and the little card, and there's the bag. It's a little better. But I think they turned out cute, and I'll go deliver them this morning. Hello! It is like 6:30 on Wednesday, and I'm finally getting started cooking. It was a very long day. I got my classroom done, woo, and I filmed my tour! Yay! So now I just need to edit and upload. So hopefully that'll be up by this weekend, maybe before, I don't know. Tomorrow is open house. From 8 to 12, we have a reading workshop PD, then lunch, then open house. And that's my day tomorrow, so I'm glad I'm not gonna have to cook that day. Today, I'm trying a brand new recipe. Never made this before, never heard of it before. It's called, I just printed it, cheesy garlic and brown sugar pork chops. Sounds really tasty. For this recipe, you need 4 pork chops. I have 9 tiny little pork chops. And let's see, 4 garlic cloves minced in your press. I cannot speak today. A 1/3 cup of brown sugar. You're going to need 4 tablespoons of butter melted. And then you can put paprika on there later, and you're going to need some shredded cheese. It says Colby Jack. I have cheddar. That's what I'm going to use. And that is a 1/2 cup. My eyes are very bad right now. Yes, a 1/2 cup, and then salt and pepper. So what it says to do is to rub both sides of your pork chops with the garlic and brown sugar. I've just kind of made a paste out of it. I'm just gonna, let me see if I can turn you down here a little bit. It's gonna be a little crooked, but I'm just gonna take this and kind of push it into the pork chops. Now I patted the pork chops dry with a paper towel first. I don't know how you're supposed to do this. Maybe I'll just do it with my fingers. Kind of rub it in on both sides. And then you put it in a square baking pan, which I have, y'all. So there's one. Okay, I'm just gonna squish it in here because I think what you're doing is just getting all of that garlic and brown sugar into your pork chops. So we'll do that. And I'll be back in a little bit. All right, my pork chops are all smeared with the brown sugar garlic mixture. And I only did 5 because it seemed like the mixture wasn't gonna go very far. So I've taken the other 4 pork chops, put them in a freezer bag just because it's thicker. And I'm gonna put these in the refrigerator for tonight. And then tomorrow, I'm going to put some Italian dressing in with these and let them marinate and then grill them. So that's gonna go in the fridge with the marinade, and we'll finish working on this. All right, I have washed my hands again, and now we need to drizzle the melted butter over the top. So let's see if this is awkward. Let's try this again. There we go. Drizzle the butter over the top of the pork chops, just gently, so you don't knock off all of that good rub that you just put on there. Oh, that looks so good. Put that down in there a little more. Okay, look at there. Then you sprinkle it with paprika, salt, and pepper. Okay, I'm just doing salt and pepper because I'm not sure that my husband would like the paprika. I'm putting a little bit of salt around, and not so one-handed. I'm going to do a little bit of pepper. He loves pepper. That, yum. All right, it doesn't say to cover this, so I'm thinking we don't cover it. So you bake it at 350 for 20 to 25 minutes, or until the internal temperature of the meat reaches 155 degrees. So let me put it in the oven right here. My oven is ready. Throw that in. In the meantime, can you see my little corny corn bubbling away? So these 2 things ought to be done about the same time. So let's set a good old timer here, Timer Joe, for 20 minutes, and we'll check them both and see how they're doing. Also, Feeling very ambitious tonight. Come with me over here and see what I've got going on this side of the room. I have scrubbed some potatoes because we are going to make twice baked cheesy potatoes. Yum. In the microwave. Let me grab a plate. Oh dear. The corn. Ooh, corn's really cooking away, and it was talking to me, so I had to fix it. Okay, let's grab a plate and a fork. I need to stab these puppies. Oh, my corn is spitting. What's that? Okay. So you need to stab these before you microwave them, or it'll explode and you'll have potatoes everywhere inside your microwave. Not a good thing. So, you can see this. Be careful not to stab yourself. I have done that. It's not pleasant. Be very deliberate with your fork, or you may be saying things that start with F that you don't want people to hear. Poke, poke, poke. It's the recipe that I looked at said to just poke 4 times on each side. I figure more poking is good because all that steam needs to escape. Okay, so there's one. I'm going to continue poking and I'll be right back. I am happy to report that no persons were harmed in the poking of these potatoes. Now these are going to go in the microwave for 5 minutes on high, then I'll flip them over and do another 5 minutes on high and let them cool, and then we'll be back. Well, in the meantime, while I was waiting for the potatoes to microwave, I took the 2 packages of chicken that I got from the Super Center and bagged them up into 1.5 to 2 pound packages so I can put them in the freezer. So that's good multitasking right there. And the timer has beeped, so the potatoes are cool enough to start doing the twice baked portion. So let me flip this around and show you what to do. Okay, I have cut the potatoes in half, and I ended up baking. I ended up microwaving mine for 12 minutes total. So I did 5 minutes and then 7 because a couple of these potatoes were kind of big, so I wasn't sure they'd get done. And that was perfect. So they're nice and soft like a baked potato should be. Now what you're supposed to do is scoop out the inside and then put them in a bowl with butter, sour cream, bacon, whatever you like on potatoes, and then cheese. And then I'll show you what to do. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to scoop out the inside of the potatoes into a bowl, but you want to still leave a little bit of a shell behind. So try not to break through. This is kind of hard. I should have gotten a bigger plate. Yeah. So very carefully scoop these out the best you can, kind of like a boat. It's kind of tricky. You want to leave shell, but you want to get the potato out as much as you can so that you have something to put back in it. All right, I'm getting pretty good on this one here. Okay. I think I'm going to call that good because I don't want to push my luck too far. All right. So then I've got my little shell of its former self. I'm going to continue scooping the rest of these lovelies and be back with you. All right, so I have 1 pan of these in the oven because I am hungry, y'all, and it is almost 7:30 because I'm going to slow poking along. Surely this would go faster for you. I gotta say, this would not be a good choice if you wanted a quick meal on a weeknight, but you could just stop at the baked potato portion and not do the twice baked stuff. I just thought it sounded really, really good, and I thought I'd just go for it. So after you scoop out the insides and you put them in your bowl, you just take your potato masher and mush it up. And then you're gonna add a 1/4 cup, yes, of butter and about, heck, however much cheese you want. Just cheese it up. I put like 1/2 cup at least. And mix it around, and then you've got this like kind of sticky mixture. Then you just plop it back into your shells. Honestly, I pretty much use my fingers most of the time because it works just as well. Plop it in there. Just throw them in there. You can't even see what I'm doing, can you? Here, let's move this out. There we go. All right. Plop them in the shells, and I'll show you what it looks like in just a minute. You just fill them up, and it's going to be pretty full. I mean, it's going to look nice and full when you are finished. Holy moly. You'd think that I don't speak for a living. First graders are more forgiving, I guess, than some people might be. All right, I'm just kind of smushing it in there. And this pan, actually, I'm going to cover and put in the refrigerator to go with those marinated pork chops for next time, which will probably, it might end up being tomorrow because we might not have any leftovers of this meal. My husband might really, really, really like this, and my daughter's going to like these super cheesy potatoes, so we probably won't have any of these left over. So, yeah. I think it's going to be, piece of cheese, don't want to miss that. All right. I think it's going to be a win-win. Let me get my mess made up. Oh, I also salted and peppered the potato mixture before I put it in the shells. Okay, and there's my cheese bag. This is my trash. This will get covered with foil. Onyx, get down. Good girl. I will cover this with foil and stick it in the fridge, and that will go with my marinated pork chops. And speaking of pork chops, let me show you what they look like because they came out of the oven. When you bake these at 350 for about 12 to 15 minutes, just until your cheese is melted. That's all you're doing because everything is cooked. And then your meal is done. My corn is resting in the hot water. It's done. The pork chops have been taken out. They look amazing. They smell really good. I'll give you, sorry, Onyx, off the camera. I will give you an update. She's got her head in the tripod. What a crazy kitty. I don't know what she's thinking. Okay, she jumped down. Huh. Anyway, I will give you an update of what everything tastes like and tell you if we liked it or not, so you can try it or not, whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna get this covered and then I'll show you the pork chops. All right, here are the tasty pork chops. We haven't tried them yet, but they look really good. And here's the corn, waiting for us to eat it. And here are the twice baked potatoes. Almost completely done. Oh, they look so good. Yum. That looks really yummy. All right, Caitlin says yum. It's a thumbs up from her. It's a thumbs up for me. My husband's still working on his corn, so we don't know what he thinks about anything else, but I think you will like this recipe. So if you'd like, give it a try. See you later.